Hello everyone, how are you all? So today's named reaction is Clemmensen reduction and Wolff-Kishner reduction. Both are very important to reduce the carbonyl compound into hydrocarbons. These two reduction reagent we are using in so many sequence reactions. Now how we are going to get the hydrocarbons from the carbonyl compound we are going to see now. Now these are most important reducing agent, that is Clemmensen reducing agent and Wolff-Kishner reducing agent. The Clemmensen reducing agent takes place in presence of acidic medium. Wolff-Kishner reducing agent takes place in presence of basic medium. Now what is the mechanism, what is the mechanism and what are the different types of example for Clemmensen reduction as well as for the Wolff-Kishner reduction we are going to see. So let's get into the video. That is Clemmensen reduction, first one. So in Clemmensen reduction what happens? Here the aldehydes, these are what aldehydes. These aldehydes are converted to hydrocarbons. Aldehydes are converted to hydrocarbon, that is nothing but what? Alkanes. So saturated hydrocarbon we are getting. So it is a ketone. So keto group is also changes to alkane. Keto group is also changes to alkane. In Clemmensen or in Wolff-Kishner reduction, what happens? The carbonyl carbon will changes to CH2. Wherever you find this carbonyl carbon, so there you have to place the water CH2. In presence of Clemmensen reduction agent, reducing agent, or in presence of Wolff-Kishner reducing agent. Wolff-Kishner reducing agent. So in presence of these two reagents, the carbonyl compound will be changes to alkane. So it is what? Alkane. Wherever you find the carbonyl carbon, that in that place you substitute the water CH2. Now you see the actual mechanism what happens. We'll take one example for aldehyde. Simple example, that is acetaldehyde. The acetaldehyde on reaction with a zinc amalgam, in presence of concentrated HCl, we are going to get ethane, CH3, that is ethane we are getting, ethane plus water we are getting. So that is here 4 moles of nascent hydrogens are added. Okay, na? 2 moles are in place of carbonyl carbon. This oxygen is replaced by this 2 hydrogens. So 2 more hydrogens are removed in the form of water. Now you take the ketone CH3C double bond O CH3. This is acetone on reaction with Clemmensen reagent, that is zinc amalgam and concentrated HCl. Then what happens? We are going to get propane. So just what you should do, you have to replace this carbonyl carbon with the CH2. Here also CH2H, that is totally what happens? CH3. It becomes what? CH3. Is that clear? Now we'll see the mechanism. What happens actually? We'll take one aldehyde or ketone, anything. So just I am taking the C double bond O. So ketone I am taking C double bond O CH3. Simple example, direct acetone only we will take. CH3. This is an acetone. So what happens here? This bond will be shifted onto this oxygen. Now here what happens? CH3 CH3 O minus, because this oxygen is more electronegative than this carbon, so carbon get the positive charge. Now here zinc is there, that zinc is oxidized to zinc plus 2, that is it gives out the 2 electrons. It is oxidized to Zn plus 2 by loss of 2 electrons. The last 2 electrons are taken by this carbocation. Then what happens? We are going to get C minus CH3 O minus. Now the HCl, 2 moles of HCl we are taking. 2 moles of HCl. From this 2 moles of H plus ions we are getting. 1 H plus ion is substituted on this oxygen, 1 H plus ion is substituted on this carbon. Then we are going to get CH3 CHOH CH3. Now which is on again acidification, again on addition of water. Okay na? So on again on acidification, that is HCl, 2 moles of HCl. Then what happens? That OH minus ion is removed as water. Water, H plus ion it will gain, and it will remove as what? Water. CH3, CH, OH2 it becomes CH3. Now it is removed as water. OH2, that is H2O as lost as water. So we are going to get CH3, CH, CH3 here, plus we will get. So this plus again on zinc amalgam, that is from zinc amalgam we are going to get 2 electrons. Those 2 electrons are again gained by this CH plus. Again we are going to get CH minus CH3. Now here you see, here 2 H plus ions are involved. Here 1 H plus ion is taken by this water OH minus ion. So it is having the water 1 H plus ion. So it takes the H plus ion in the form of water. OH2 it will be H2O, it is lost. Now here one more H plus ion we are adding. So total how many H plus ions we are adding? Total of 4 H plus ions we are adding. Okay. So that is 4 nascent hydrogens we are adding. Here 2, here 1, here 1. So total 4. How many moles of electrons are involved? 4 moles. So sometimes they asked that from the mechanism also they asked some questions. Is that clear? Clemmensen reduction. We'll take some example here. You take this is a ketone, cyclohexanone. Whenever it react with a zinc amalgam and HCl, any metal if it is combined with mercury, it is said to be amalgam. So zinc combined with mercury, so it is said to be amalgam. So we are getting cyclohexane. So ketone it changes to hydrocarbon. Now you take in this case C double bond O, OH is there. When it is react with a zinc amalgam and HCl, then what happens in this case? So what are which product is correct you say? So here what happens? C double bond O, OH. So here double bond O is not there and OH is also not there. So which is correct you say? Now in this case we are getting this chlorine. Among these 3, which is correct here? So it is not at all possible. Now it is, in this case you see ketone is converted to water, CH2. What about OH? This OH is what? Bronsted base. It is what? According to Bronsted-Lowry theory, it is a Bronsted base. Okay, now because which accept the proton. So which accept the proton from acid and which removed as water H2O, and we will have the water Cl minus ion. That Cl minus ion is substituted here. Okay na? So then what happens? We are going to get this product, not these two. Okay na? So these two are incorrect product. The correct product is what? This one. Is that clear? Which is very important in case of Clemmensen reduction. One more example we will take. In case of if we have any basic groups are there, this OH is what? It is a basic group which is present. Because Clemmensen reduction is what? In acidic medium. So then what happens? Basic groups are converted to, basic groups are reduced. Okay na? So now you see in this case C double bond O NO2. It is also proton acceptor. So it is a base. It is a basic group. This basic group is also reduced to amine. Now zinc amalgam and HCl. Zinc amalgam and concentrated HCl. Then what happens? We are getting the NH2. It is reduced to amine. Is that clear? That is the correct product. So in that manner, wherever you find the carbonyl compound, that carbonyl compound is replaced by 2 hydrogens. Is that clear? We'll see the Wolff-Kishner reduction. Next is Wolff-Kishner reduction. In Wolff-Kishner reduction also what happens? Aldehydes or ketones will be changed to alkanes. Either it may be Wolff-Kishner reduction or Clemmensen reduction. In that aldehydes or ketones are completely reduced to hydrocarbon. These are aldehydes. Aldehyde changes to alkane. So here also ketone it changes to alkane. ketone is also changes to alkane. Now you take the any example here. So in this case, if you had taken this NH2 is called what? Hydrazine. Hydrazine in presence of aqueous KOH. Okay na? So we are taking the ethylene glycol. This ethylene glycol role is what? It is a solvent. So now it is a non-polar solvent we are using, CH2OH, CH2OH. So it is what? Ethylene glycol, which is used as solvent in that reaction. Now you see the mechanism, actual mechanism, what happens. Now we are taking this is a carbonyl compound. So in this case, simple. You see in this case what happens. How to remember this Wolff-Kishner reduction, I will tell you here. That is RC double bond O, R is there. When it is react with hydrazine, NH2, NH2. Now these two hydrogens, this oxygen is lost as water. Then what happens? These two hydrogens are combined to this carbon. Okay, now these two hydrogens, this oxygen lost as water. Okay, these two hydrogens are binded to this carbon, or CH2R we are getting, and what is left over? To nitrogen, that is N2 gas. Simple to remember, that is a simple trick. By seeing the reactant we can decide like that. So but actual mechanism what happens? Whatever the mechanism which I am saying, for in case of Wolff-Kishner and Clemmensen reduction, they are not the exact values. They are what? Just assumed one. Okay, now they are just whatever the mechanism which I am explaining, just it is a pre-assumed. No proper mechanism for this Clemmensen and Wolff-Kishner reduction. Now you take this one. So whenever it react with hydrazine, this is an hydrazine. So what happens in this case? Hydrazine, this hydrazine react with this carbonyl carbon and will be lost as water molecule. So we are going to get hydrazone. We are going to get hydrazone. So it is NH2 we are getting. So it is called what? Hydrazone. Hydrazone. Now when ketone react with hydrazine, we are getting the water hydrazone. Aldehydes or ketones are reacted, we will get the hydrazones. These hydrazones on reaction with base, whenever they react with base, aqueous base we have no, then it captures the one proton, that is what? H plus ion it captures. That is, you take the H plus ion here, this is an H plus ion, this H plus ion is taken by this OH minus ion, we are getting the water molecule, the bond is present on this nitrogen. Now what happens here? RC, R double bond, NH minus we are getting. Here only H plus ion is going. So the electron from this hydrogen, from this nitrogen, both are present on this nitrogen. The negative charge is coming in between these two nitrogen and this pi bond is shifted onto this carbon. Now here what happens? We are going to get RC minus R N double bond NH we are getting. Now which is on protonation. So where we are getting from this H plus ion? From water. Okay na? So from water we are getting this H plus ion, that H plus ion is substituted there. RCH R N double bond NH it is. Now in this case what happens? Whenever again one more mole of base it will react. So this base captures this proton. Again this bond is shifted onto that nitrogen. We are going to get the N double bond, N minus we are getting. This negative charge again comes here. This bond is shifted onto this carbon. So then what happens? It completely removed as what? Nitrogen gas by loss of nitrogen. We are going to get RCH minus R we are getting, which is again on protonation. So we are going to get RCH2R. That is what hydrocarbon we are getting. So that is the actual mechanism which takes place in case of Wolff-Kishner reduction. We will take the example for this Wolff-Kishner reduction. Wolff-Kishner reduction, we will take some examples. Now whatever the example which we had discussed in case of Clemmensen reduction, those examples only we will see. Now take for example, we are taking the acetaldehyde. So C propanaldehyde we are going to take. This is propanaldehyde. When it is react with hydrazine in presence of aqueous KOH and ethylene glycol, in presence of glycol, ethylene glycol. So then we are going to get propane. We are going to get the propane. Now here what happens? The carbonyl carbon is replaced by CH2. That CH2, one more hydrogen, that becomes a CH3. You take the acetone. This is acetone. When it is react with Wolff-Kishner reagent, we are going to get CH2CH3. Propane we are getting. So it is an acetone on reaction with Wolff-Kishner reduction or Clemmensen reduction, we are going to get propane. We are getting the water, propane. And you take the example as like this. Now this example, ketone. Here OH is there. Now when it is react with Wolff-Kishner reagent, what happens? What is the product you are going to get? So either this one or this one, or do we get like this? What we can say here, K plus or whatever the halogen. Do we get like that? So you will get only this compound because it is a basic group. It is what? A basic group. Brown-Stead base I said. So it is a basic group which should not accept the water, whatever the lone pair of electron from this nitrogen. So it is not reduced. But whereas in case of Clemmensen reduction, it will be reduced. So do remember that one. That is the difference between Clemmensen reduction and Wolff-Kishner reduction, which is very important. Okay, na? So and also you can take the cyclohexanone. You take the cyclohexanone with nitro group, 3-nitrocyclohexanone. On reaction with Wolff-Kishner reagent, we are going to get NO2. This is the actual product. We will not get here this product. When we will get this product? In presence of Clemmensen reduction. Is that clear? Now you take in case of here C double bond O CH2 CH2 COOH. Now whenever it react with zinc amalgam and HCl, zinc amalgam and concentrated HCl. Now what is the product you are going to get? So this keto group is reduced to keto plus CH2 CH2 CH2. Here acid, will it reduces the acid because zinc amalgam and HCl is what it is, a Clemmensen reduction which is present in acidic medium. Acid cannot be reduced. Acid as it is. As it is. Is that clear? So that is what details about Wolff-Kishner reduction and Clemmensen reduction. I think so you have understood. So you have learned something new concept from this Wolff-Kishner as well as Clemmensen reduction with a neat mechanism and with different examples. I hope so you have learned something from this video. Thank you. Have a nice day. Don't forget to subscribe. Keep watching Appa Chemistry classes. Thank you.